Hi. So here I am on Zillow, right? And I found my stuff, right? But I'm waiting for the concierge service to get back to me. No. I went ahead, I sent out an email. I'm talking to a realtor and everything. I am so excited. Even if it doesn't work out, at least I move forward and try to do something, right? No, it was a bad day yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nobody fought each other. I mean, sure, they in the way they did. I mean, he was a girl and a guy approached me. A negatory, nine, you don't do that, yeah, because it's the way it is, and they were like, I knew they were who they were, what they do, and what they got, and I was just reminding them, I know you're here, leave me alone right now. I'm on Zillow. I'm not doing anything wrong. So, this is who are these people? I don't care. It's not important. You collateral damage, you just don't know it. So, so that's what the point is. So that's all I said. And then that's it. So we got somebody coming around, and now it's like 5 cars here instead of 2. Just when I put my my video on, right? So let me just get back to me because they're not important. Anyway, so there's no kindergarten here. There's K, they normally have it. That's Friday. The important part is the time. Okay, so that's it. I'm waiting on the tire. I gotta fix out my tire. That's it. Hopefully it'll come. If it don't come Monday, by then I'll have another tire. So I just have to wait on what I'm waiting for. And that's it. Other than that, the things like that the people do, they crazy. They're crazy as hell. But let me tell you, here's my thought for this. I'm focusing on Zillow. I hope to talk to somebody soon. And I think it's going to be great because I think you have to be powerful regardless of what somebody's doing to you. So this will be my 7th house. And a house is a home, is a home, is a house. I don't care if you got a tent. I don't care if you have a platform bed that you put on a tray, like a trailer, and you put a tent over it, right? And it's low, so you just climb in to go to sleep, and you got a bike in the front. If that's your place, and then you carrying, propane, you got your little kit for, everything else, you keep that stashed away and hidden, and that's what you have. Well, you don't need gas. Well, I mean, you could have an electric bike to help you up hills and stuff, but you don't need gas. And basically, when you go to sleep in whatever you go to sleep in, and that's it. It's something simple, Are we moving towards that? Like, if I sell everything and it's just the bike, and I'm biking, and then I can go here and there, because you figure, who's going to want that? Right? But you'd be surprised. Everything's a prize out here. Everything is a prize. Everything's a prize. So I just want you to know, don't worry about it. When you have something, people want it. When you don't have something, people might want your life. So you have to value what you can value. And then people, and you have to value it because it's important to you, because you want to make sure you have what you have. If you have a lot of stuff on your mind that's not good, how do you say someone else owns that? How do you preface it and say it belongs to Christ? And how do you preface your life and say something else belongs to this person? How much time do you spend with that person? How much of your life is spent on that? Well, it's because that determines whether or not they're punking you and how they underscore your life. Now, if you're not spending time with them, there's a difference. If they spending time with you and you like got some stalker, That's them. So they try to take the focus away from everything. Look, I have 5 websites, right? They still going, and I've got away from a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to say to myself, what are you going to do with those websites now, right? Because I want to make sure that they have some place to lead me to something better. So I'm going to finish out some of the work I have to do so that I don't get any bills. And that's about it. If you guys want to know anything about moving forward, I don't need to tell you extra stories about it. I mean, I was really raw yesterday, and I apologize for being really raw. But basically, they beat each other up. And this is the 3rd time that has happened to me. And I'm just going to make a point here and say, yeah, it's very difficult to see that happen right in front of your face, okay? This is the 3rd time I have called on the name of the Lord. No, it's the 3rd time it's happened to me, and each time I have called on the name of Jesus to move people away from me and make them go into a circle, to encircle me but keep far away from me. And now I'm calling on Lord to completely remove people, make it go away and give you something else to do, right? Because that's the problem. People don't have anything to do, so we have to make sure we have something to do. If you don't have anything to do, I played cornhole. I didn't know it was becoming a competition. It became a competition. It's on TV. Where did I buy it from? Home Goods. Okay, I bought the used cornhole from Home Goods. When you turn around, you might see it at Big Lots, right? You might see it at Target. But that's where I bought it. My first and probably my second cornhole game, I bought it from Home Goods. It's a fantastic way to really be competitive with people, but strategically competitive, and it's fun in a good way, okay? So I also like the idea that you don't have to be, you can play on teams, and I like that. And the more people you have, the more it feels good. Like, even if somebody doesn't feel like participating, but other people are counting on you, so you might give a little bit extra because of that. But some people are real competitive, so you have to be. And it's kind of a fluke game because the first time I played it, I was at car member services, right? Car service, I think it's called car member or member services, something like that. That's, and they give you a good deal. It's really nice people, really good people. And, so my car's still alive, so I'm assuming I did okay, at least for what his purpose was. I'm assuming I done did good, okay? It's not, it don't have all the bells and whistles, but I done did good. So what I would say is, check them out if you're looking for a used car. And I've never seen anybody really unhappy there. So, I've always had fun. They always give me water. They're like, they've been really good. But I would say on top of that, not everybody likes you, but people give good customer service. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody, so there is a banquet table for which people don't understand, and other people come to the table and they have no problems. There's no rhetoric. Everything's happy, smart, you're quiet, and then when you come to their table, you're more often or not, you'll acquiesce to be quiet, be quieter, and be more reserved because you're at someone's table where they're more reserved. The social scene changes, and it takes you out of the darkness and into more light. It doesn't mean that people aren't nefarious at the table, but you can sit at the table with a lot of different people, and no matter what they are doing, you don't know what they're thinking, and so they can actually be thinking many different things, but they also happen to um, meet you, and shockingly, you don't have to be on your guard. You're just there to have a good time, because the host sets that um, the tone of the party, and the other people that come underneath them set the tone. And that's kind of the tone of the world. You can't, sometimes people have a transfer of energy. They need to get some steam off. They want to do this. They want to have a drink. They want to do this. But the tone of your life, whether it's spent in, calm or rougher seas, is the sound of things happening in front of you. I spent most of yesterday kind of contemplating how good God had been to me, because I had two people confront me, and they were both trying to do bad things. And when one or two of them were praying very hard, but I said, they're not, there's something wrong. And I said, you can't do this. Okay, they're saying, well, she's mean to this person. This is super mean. I said, you have to be careful. You have to be very careful. This woman, who is my sister, has been very well taken care of. And this woman has been very well taken care of. But not just me, but everybody in my family has taken care of her. And even there have been times when she's called me to help her move, to get a jump start on something. She has done that. And she called it a move when we didn't even know it was an eviction. That's how smooth it was. I was like, and she's like, girl, I'm in a panic. I need y'all all to come. I need all hands on deck. I need it, So she does that to me. And I said, well, you got a lot. She's like, you can come in, you can assess. And I said, she's like, which pile is which pile? I said, which one you want where? She's like, and she was trying to get rid of all this stuff. And I said, oh my God, what is happening? What's happening with you? I said, what you got so much stuff? Why you wait till the last minute? I said, what's going on? I said, what happened? And I said, there's too many black bags. Why you having a panic attack? We could have gotten in your truck. It's me, Ma, and Dad. We still alive. I said, what's wrong with you? Her marriage started out with an eviction. That is what I couldn't figure out. And I could not figure it out. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so see, I'm figuring it out as we talk. Oh my God. Oh. Her marriage started out with an eviction. That's what happened. So it's not the regular kind of eviction. She was renting from a friend, but she had an agreement. She did have a lease. That's what I think it was. So, because after that, she was able to get a house, but she went through the church to get the house. And I said, something's wrong. I said, something wrong. I said, why you go through this church? Why you do that? Why you go through the church? You got banks sitting on every corner waiting to lend you out money. You went with a church that somebody snuck in your church and told everybody to go to this bank. I said, and he gave you a personal loan for a mortgage. that means you have no HO, you have no no FHA, government protections. You're a teacher. You don't even have to make a down payment. You're a teacher in an urban, poverty-stricken area in PG. You have 1,000 different programs set up to get you in any house you want. This is crazy. I said to myself, why she, and she picked a house, and the house she picked was in the mix. It wasn't a bad place, but my dad had to do so much work. Oh my God. And it was so unnecessary what I thought, but maybe she lied about some things. I don't know. But when I looked at it, I said, this is confusing. So here's like the final points. She had a friend let her borrow one of her condos, and she stopped paying. That's all I can think of. But why did she stop paying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. So I wonder if it's connected to her husband or not. So there's something going on. Maybe she's trying to get back at somebody. Because it doesn't matter. Anyway. Anyway, so I didn't know what it was, but that's what it sounded like. It sounded like that. So that's what it sounded like. Anyway, so I'm sorry, because Lord knows I didn't think I'd be triggered to talk about it, because I said to myself, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but now these things make sense. When you see somebody fighting in front of you, it can trigger you. And that's why I say sometimes I may fast forward on these movies, but then when it's right in front of you, it's like, that was crazy. So the three incidences, they're not all that bad. I mean, some guy, I was at Walmart trying to sleep, and this is pre-trailer, but they were just like, what you doing here, blah blah blah, we're gonna do this to you, and they were gonna attack me, especially this guy in his car. And I started praying, and I said, you ain't gonna do nothing, blah blah blah, and then he was like, I'm gonna get you. And as it turned out, he was basically for some reason, the guy handed his friend, he dropped his keys, locked himself in the car. The keys fell underneath the car, and at the, the basket you have, like the push carts that you have for loading your stuff, it became entangled in another basket that was by the truck. So he blocked his friend in from coming out of the car. He was sitting in the passenger. I think he was sitting in the driver's seat, but he got locked in. So then, and the guy like messed up his car too. So I was so surprised. And I was really surprised, and I just walked back to my car, and he was still trying. He's like, oh, my bad, because he and his friend were going to beat me up or whatever. So then I said, and then I went to, and then I was somewhere, I don't even know where it was, but this couple was like, I'm on, whatever, and he basically he's, you know how like you threw up your arms to get ready to, and she was too close to him, so he elbowed and knocked her. She bends down, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she comes back up and knocks him and hits him in the back of the head. So they both couples beat the crap out of each other. I was like, I'm gonna let y'all go. Before you hurt each other more. And then this couple came yesterday. I was looking at Zillow. Campers have a rule: if you don't want to be disturbed, just put your like a scarf or a sheet like out the window. And that tells them you're busy. You don't want to be disturbed. So this couple comes over and they're like, "Why are you bothering us?" I'm like, "Look, scarf. Well, I'm taking a picture of all this stuff and bother you." I was like, "Okay, you too close. You can't, don't do it." I was like, "You know what you did, right?" So she's like, "Well, you listed this," and so she does the grandiose, "I'm gonna be Captain Obvious and insult you about everything obviously that's wrong with you." So then, and that's it. And then all of a sudden, I was like, "Wait," she's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Wait." It's like, "Why are you pulling up on my man?" I'm like, "Well, that's mine. And I was like, and then she made a distinction, and I was like, or something. I was like, "He's not a," and she's like, "I meant the other word," and I was like, "Oh my God, I feel like you're a teacher. I don't know why." Which is like every other person in my family is like a teacher. So that's I think all of my siblings are teachers. So anyway, so that was characteristic of somebody who looked over and I was like, "This is bad." So I was like, "Please don't touch my dog." And she was like, "Why are you doing it?" I was like, "I'm on Zillow. I'm trying to find a house." And she was like, "You coming up on my mind? I'm gonna get you." And it occurred to me she didn't hear me, but her husband did. And he was like, "We gotta get up out of here." This isn't good. Because I think he heard me, but she was still like, "Looking for a house? No! We're just gonna get you." And so he drags her. So, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's not funny. But before that, like, they got jizzy with it because he had a soda. He was going to throw the soda at me. But they were so close together, again, as a couple, that he opens the soda and spills it all over her. And he's apologizing to her. And she's talking about my hair. I said, "Oh, is that your real hair? Oh, it looks good." And she's like, pull my hair out if you need to. Go on, honey, pull my hair." And I'm like, "No, no." I'm just on Zillow. No. There's already, so he just hit you with a soda can and spill soda all. Please, you don't have to pull her hair. I'm like, just don't come near me and my dog. We're okay. So she's like, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make it and lean it towards something else really bad. I'm gonna get you. So he starts to drag her across. Her legs kicking out. We gotta get out of here. She's only on Zillow. This is a movie thing. And I was like, so yeah, it was creepy because that's all that happened. And he dragged her into the car, and I was like, "There's something on you. There's something on your face." And she was like, "Oh my God." So wow, I'm doing. So she gets back in the car. So this 3 times she's trying to get out of the car. And so she gets back in the car. And I said, did you want something? Is everything okay? She's like, is everything okay with you? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Would you like me to call someone for you guys? You know, are you okay? And she's like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. And I was like, oh, man. Yeah, come on, people. Just on Zillow. Like, I'm going to get you. He's like, we got to go. We got to go. We got to go now. Oh, he also did the infamous, I'm going to freak out on you. And he is like, you know, lanky. So he's like, I'm going to freak out on you. And I'm like, oh my God. That was something I had not ever expected to see in all my life, is someone who could do that. And yeah, and I was like, but I'm on Zillow. I'm just looking for help. And then it was crazy. Then they sped off, left me there, and I was like, I'm gonna get out of here. And then another guy passed me, and I'm like, it's Zillow. But he stopped, and he was like a white guy. He's like, okay. And then this old couple came up, and I was like, it's just Zillow. They were like, pull down the window. We can't hear you. I'm just gonna leave. So, yeah. I don't touch anybody. But everybody gone now. It's just